Hi everyone, my name is Julie. Thank you so much for watching. Today we're doing a new collab video. I'm so excited. I feel like I haven't done a collab in forever, even though I know it's only been like 3-4 months. But it's so much fun to collab with people. You guys know I've been like looking for new people to watch and Project Panners and keep myself motivated and stop spending money at Ulta. And the Pantastic ladies is a Facebook group and they're on YouTube, they're on Instagram. It's kind of like this social media conglomeration of people who do project pans. And this year I am doing one of their projects. I'm so excited. All the information will be linked down below, including the person who started this and everyone. There's like a master list so you can see everyone who's following along. Feel free to join in if you would like. The image that you saw as my thumbnail is not mine, but they did a really good job designing it and it's kind of cute and sassy, so I just had to do this project. And it goes along with something I did in 2020, which is pan a mini eyeshadow palette. And this time we're doing tiny pans! And so there are two key concepts that I took from. One is look for palettes with physically small pans of eyeshadow in it. And the second is look for pans with not a lot of product in them. So I am doing a bit of both because I'm going to be doing a rolling tiny pan project. And you might be like, Julie, what? I know. This is going to help me focus on a small palette with smaller pans, make progress, get it out of my collection, and move on to the next one. So I'm not going all like scatterbrained with a million different palettes, the different shadows. I like to focus on, like 4 to 6 shadows, really get those going, and then move on to the next one. I feel like that has actually been successful for me in the past, so that's what we're doing this year. And I'm so excited. 2021 is going to go down when it comes to eyeshadows. That's like my main goal this year, is to really work on eyeshadows. So I'm rocking some eyeshadow right now. What? Oh, we're going to use it up. And it is not the one I actually put in this project, the eyeshadow that I'm wearing, but you will see it as we move forward. So let me show you the first tiny pans I'm going to be working on, and it is this tiny Ulta quad. I don't know if you guys remember, 3 years ago I pulled this out to Project Pan and I ended up hitting pan on 2 of the shades. I pan on the white and on this matte gray here. And this is in the shades Iceland, Twilight, Lock and Key, and After Hours. I want to get this out of my collection. Like, it is time. This is one of the oldest palettes I have in my collection, if we can even call it a palette, quad. And so we are going to finish this up. I mean, come on now. That's tiny. It's like the size of it's like an inch square, So I'm going to finish up all 4 of the shades. Now I realized that this brown over here, this like brown purple shade, are going to be the hardest ones to use up because I don't even really have a dip in that. But if I finish 3 out of the 4, I'm going to feel really good. I might end up like depotting it and moving it somewhere else. But for right now, my goal is to finish up all of them. And when that happens, when I finish 3 out of the 4 / hit pan on 4 / whenever I get tired of this one, I am going to move to one of my second oldest palettes, which is tiny. Look, it's like the size of a thick credit card. And this is so old. This is another one of my oldest projects. This is a Smashbox Full Exposure palette, and it's their little mini. There are 8 eyeshadows in here that are all neutral. Now, you guys know I do use neutral shades quite often. I'm hoping that I can kind of work through this. You can see I've got pan on that matte cream right there, and I broke this matte brown already. But this is just like your simple everyday eyeshadow palette, something easy I can throw on. It's like no hustle, no bustle. I don't know if that makes sense with eyeshadow, but it's just something I can use up really quick and easy. Again, dark browns, these 2 are going to be the hardest for me to go through. My hope is I could finish up 4 out of the 8, and if I do that, which I think that's going to be the struggle, I think I'll be able to declutter these 2 palettes, like get them out, and then I'll finally be down an eyeshadow palette. I feel like I haven't gotten rid of an eyeshadow palette from actually using it up in 3 years. Like, I've gotten rid of like singles. Like last year you saw me get rid of 2 singles that I finished up, but I only was able to finish 2 singles. So that is my goal. Now, if, you know, the sun is shining on me, if I'm a true project panner badass, I'm going to move on to what I do have on my eyes today. And that is the Tartelette Tease Tarte Palette. Whoop! It's this little one. It's the Tartelette Eyes. I think you can still get this. But look how small these 6 pans are. They're tiny. Like, they're tiny. They're the size of some people's fingernails. It's just a little travel palette. We're bringing in some color here, which I really like. I'm into the pinks and purples lately, and this kind of is like a lavender purple palette. And if I finish up these 2 super basic brown and gray palettes, I'm gonna bring in the purple for my tiny pans. I'm so excited. And if, you know, I have big goals for this project. I'm not gonna lie, I've got really big goals. Because if I finish those, can you imagine if I finished all 3 of those? Again, I want to specify, I'm not super worried about the dark ones over here because those take me forever to go through. If I finish these 4, I get rid of that palette, and then I move on to my Tinashe Denona. Tiny, tiny, tiny. This is a mini gold palette. I just bought this in 2020, so it's not something I'm super worried about right now. Like the other ones, like I think this palette is at least 5 years old. The Smashbox is like 7 years old. So I'll go on to this one. This has golds and greens in it. It's not something I'm super worried about panning right now, but it's my next smallest pans. So yay! Again, my main focus is going to be on these 3. I know I can do it. I'm like giving myself like the full vote of confidence this year. I'm definitely going to get these 2 out of my collection, and I'm hoping to get really good use on my Tartelette Tease palette. And oh my gosh, can you imagine? Can you imagine if I finish these 3? That's 3 months per eyeshadow palette, or 4 months per eyeshadow palette to use them up. We all know that might be a bit of a stretch, but I'm hoping they can get really good use on them. And this gives me, I think, a good amount of variety. You've got your grays, you got your browns, you got your pinks and purples. And I will be probably pulling in other eyeshadows as well, just so I don't get too bored with it. But I'm really excited. I think I've got 3 great palettes, like really steady, sturdy. Like you can do maybe not a lot of looks with them because I feel like maybe it's kind of a boring color palette to other people. But I know that it's like my ride or die steady looks that I can do with these, simple and easy. And that is it. That is where we're at. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the Pantastic Ladies. I am a long-time looker at the Pantastic Ladies Facebook page, and I know I should be more active, and I'm so sorry. But thank you for letting me look and be inspired. So thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Happy panning!